Hey guys, Elliot Baev here with Fight Tonight and Grapple Arts here at Open Mat MMA in Toronto. We're going to take a look at some MMA fundamentals. We saw Conor McGregor fight Dustin Poirier recently, and there was a moment in that fight where he was missing a few real fundamentals in terms of how to protect yourself from your back, and the exact same thing happened in the Khabib fight. Now, to understand this, we're going to look at it off of the cage, and then we're going to apply it to the cage. So when we're on our back in our guard, on the ground actually, the first thing we should be looking for, and he was looking for this in both fights, is to take away the space the person needs to hit us. In order for Prince to hit me, he needs to be somewhat up. So if we can protect ourselves, pull in and wrap up, here we have a whole bunch of attacks, but number one, we're safe. We can't be hit. We can get submissions from there, we can get sweeps from there, but that should be our top priority, and he was looking for that. That's level one. Now, if I can't pull him in, maybe he's posting on me, yeah, I have to let my ankles go and bring my knees together. This is not enough. He can still make contact, yeah, but if I lift my hips, now the distance between my shoulders and my knees is far too great. Even if he stands, try to make contact, we can see he just can't get that close. What Conor was focused on, which on the ground can be an okay strategy, is getting feet on the hips. This is a fine strategy if the person's far enough away, but if, notice Prince is bringing his hips in a bit more. Yeah, this is no longer very effective. At this distance, I need to be using my knees. When he's a little further away, sure, I can keep him at great distance. But as he gets closer in, if he gets past there, we have to lift the hips. And you saw, even when Conor wasn't on the cage, he was more, at some hip pressure, he was more focused on getting feet on the hips. And why would he do this? Because if I can get both feet on the hips, I can launch the guy and get back up. That's a very good strategy. That's an important piece of the puzzle. But if I'm not able, if he's hipping in against one foot, I have to, even just with one knee, try to make contact. He can't get that distance. Now, things get compromised a little bit when we're on the cage. Why? As we're in the same situation, if my head is off the ground, what do we want to do? Let's come in a bit. When we're lifting our hips, we're straightening our spine here. If my head is on the cage, that now gets very difficult. When the spine gets compromised, when the neck gets compromised, the whole spine gets weak. So you can't do this directly from here, but it's easy enough to get a hand on the cage, get your head off, and now we can keep this distance. Now, this is not enough. It's not a game plan in and of itself, but it's the start of keeping yourself safe. If he's trying to hit us from here, again, we can use one knee to help get a foot, then another foot, then kick, and stand in base. Or, again, we'll start on the cage. Here, I'm really compromised. This is no good. Feet on the hips won't help me either. My legs get very weak. Head off the cage, hips up. Now, let's step this leg forward. Now, Conor's jiu-jitsu is actually pretty good. From here, if I'm safe from punches, which should always be my top priority in MMA, that's when I can start thinking about coming in and attacking legs, attacking the back, getting inside for some heel hooks, etc. So this is pretty basic, but it's something that all MMA fighters have to know. If you're on your back, yeah, we want to get off our back, but we want to not get hit along the way. So I hope if you're an aspiring MMA fighter, you incorporate this in your training. It's a must. We detail this in depth in our BJJ101.tv curriculum. It's our blue belt curriculum. This is fundamental self-defense. And surprisingly, we see top flight MMA fighters don't have this in their arsenal, but you have to incorporate it. And if you're interested in self-defense, for sure, it's a must as well. So hope you guys enjoy, and we'll see you next time.